My father was an ex-police officer, a very principled man. I know there's a contradiction. He used to believe that since my brother could do well in his studies, so should I. So whenever I showed him my report card, he would look at me and say, "Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Do you know, when I was your age, I used to walk 10 miles to school. I used to wake up at," does this sound familiar? Yeah? I used to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I would walk 10 miles to school. And I would think, well, in your days, probably there was no public transport. Simple as that. What he really wanted to do was he wanted to strike a chord with me. He wanted his message to resonate with me. He's spending for me, so I should study. But my inactive brain never grasped the gravity of the situation. And there's a reason for it. Because I was not interested. I was not interested about him walking to school 10 miles, because I have not experienced that. He did the fundamental mistake a speaker can do. He neglected the audience. I was his audience. He should have come down to my level. Had he spoken to me about it now, I would totally empathize with him, because I now understand sometimes children can be a nightmare. Because I have a 5-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old daughter as well. So I believe he should have come down to me, and that's what we should do as well. Before sitting down to write that speech, before putting anything down on paper, we should try to understand the audience, get to know them. Giving a speech without the audience is like writing a love letter to whom it may concern. Doesn't work like that. No audience, no speech, like I told you. So get to know the audience. Nancy Duarte, the author of Resonate, says audience is the hero. And what she means by hero is not the ordinary hero. She's talking about this type of hero. Have you watched this movie? What is this movie? Well, it used to be one of my favorites. You know his name? Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, who said that? Yeah, right. That's Mr. Miyagi. And this is the hero we are talking about. This is the audience. You are here. You are the mentor. You teach him all the tricks, the skills. Give the magic potion if required to overcome the obstacles. That is what you do as a mentor, but the audience is the hero. You expect the audience to overcome the obstacles. You have something that the audience want. Something that you have learned from your life, something that life has taught you, something from your passion. Or like Dumbledore and Harry Potter. You are Dumbledore. And this is the audience. Harry Potter is the audience. So you're going to change someone's life. Sounds good, doesn't it? But you should get down to their level. You should get down to their level. Get to know them. But do not try to act superior. I did this, I did that. Don't talk about all your successes before you speak about your failures. Then you disconnect. This man is an arrogant man. I don't want to listen to him. He does not know what I'm going through. He does not know my pain. So how can he give me advice? So you lose your audience there. So get to know the audience and respect them. Respect the audience. Don't treat them like ignorant creatures, as if you're the one who knows everything. Because if they have not given you a stage, you can't speak here. And that's what you see, sadly, some of our politicians getting the revile because they don't respect the audience. They think we are stupid. So in turn, we call them stupid. There's no respect for the speaker if you don't have respect for the audience. And play yourself down. One way to play yourself down is talk about your failures. Tell them, I've been through what you're going through. That's the mistake my dad did. That's the mistake most dads do. They don't empathize with their children. Children go through a lot of things as well, like peer pressure. pressure from schools to achieve, to be like someone else. You have to get down to the level of the audience and play yourself down, and then they begin to trust you. When you share things that the audience can connect with you, they really begin to connect with you. They tell themselves, no, here's a man who knows my pain, who has been through where I've been. So maybe he can give me that advice I need. And that's what great speakers do very well. They understand the audience, they respect them, and they play themselves down so that they can drive that message home. So finally, this is the mantra I want you to walk away with. No audience,